My lips like sugar. My lips like sugar. This candy got you sprung. This candy got you sprung. So call me your sugar. So call me your sugar.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to be reviewing for you the must-have palette of the moment, the Sugarpill Heart Breaker Palette. This is part of their Addicted to Pretty collection, which I believe includes two other palettes, the Burning Heart palette and the Sweetheart palette. This is a palette that everyone is talking about right now. Shortly after the launch of this palette in May, since then, Sugarpill's Facebook page has been completely flooded with videos, pictures, tutorials of people doing different looks with their Sugarpill Heart Breaker palette. This was my first ever experience with Sugarpill. Ever since I saw Queen of Blending use some Sugarpill loose eyeshadows in some of her tutorials, I have been wanting to try this brand and I never got around to buying it. I would forget. But once I saw this palette coming out, I knew that I absolutely had to try it. First of all, I want to say how impressed I am with the attention to detail around the packaging of the product. I'm one of those people who I get really excited when I'm waiting for a package to come to my house, so when the packaging is really interesting, it makes it so much better. I threw away the main box that it came in. The outer box was actually white, and in pink it had their little Sugarpill logo on the side of it, which I thought was really cute, and it had lots of pink, tissue paper on the inside. And of course, pink's my favorite color, so I was really excited about that. The next box is like the main box that the palette comes in, and on the front they have their little Sugarpill kitty. And on the back, it has all of the ingredients for all the eyeshadows in the palette. This box, I really like it. It's really pretty, but it also makes it harder for me when I throw it away. And I have enough of these boxes laying around from various companies. I don't need to be saving these. But a lot of cosmetics companies package their stuff in, black boxes and black packaging. So I'm really excited when I get a package like this. Inside it comes with a card with the girl on the front who's sort of like the poster child for this palette. And on the back it lists their Facebook and Twitter pages on the card. It also comes with one of their Sugarpill stickers. And this is probably going on my new sewing machine I'm about to get. Don't ask. And let's see. Also, here we go. I got a sample of their Magpie pigment, which I was not expecting. I love to get unexpected free samples and stuff. It seems like there's a lot in here for this to be a sample, so I was also really pleased with that. And Magpie is a really pretty color pigment. It's like I think there's a glare, you might not be able to see it, but it is a kind of shimmery dark blue. One of those blues that's bordering on black, and it's a really pretty color. And I cannot wait to use this with my NARS China Blue and all my other blue eyeshadows. Okay, so here's the palette, which I think is really pretty. On the back, they have all of the colors labeled so you can tell which one is which. This first one here is Acid Berry. Then going over, we have Velocity, 2 AM, and Mochi. And here's the palette. I have been using mine a lot lately. Like I said, the first color here is the lime green, and this is Acid Berry. I'm always looking for a really good lime green, but none of my other lime green shadows and pigments really can measure up to this one. And I think it's funny that on the Sugarpill website it says, finally the perfect vibrant lime green you've been looking everywhere for, because that is definitely the case for me. Here we have Velocity, and I'm always looking for a nice, just straight up blue color, and this is where Velocity comes in. It's a very bright blue color, and I know some people, I've never tried their Royal Sugar pigment, but some people have compared Velocity to almost a pressed form of their Royal Sugar pigment. So if you're interested in Royal Sugar but more in a pressed form, I would definitely try out Velocity. The next one down is 2 a.m. And 2 a.m. is a really interesting purple. If you have the Makeup Forever 92, let's see, the Makeup Forever 92, this is more of a royal purple, and 2 a.m. is more of a grape purple. So if you're trying to look for something to compare it to, that's what you can look at. And I've noticed a lot of lighter purple eyeshadows have poor pigmentation, but this is definitely not the case with 2 a.m. So like I said, Makeup Forever's 92 is more of a, what I would say, a royal purple, and 2 a.m. is going to be more of your grape purple. And I really like this shade. Last but not least, we have Mochi, and I saved the best for last. I think this is one of my favorite eyeshadows ever. Definitely my favorite eyeshadow in the palette, I think. The website describes it as a mint sea foam, and thank goodness that they have a description of it up there, because I have no idea how to describe it except gorgeous. It's one of the prettiest like mint seafoam colors that I've ever seen. I was gonna say like a teal or a turquoise maybe, but now that I think about it and look at it, not so much. I guess you could say aqua maybe, but for right now I'm gonna stick with what the Sugarpill website says, like a mint seafoam. And the camera is definitely not going to do it justice at all. It's just a really pretty shade. I love it. After all of the positive reviews and all the amazing looks that people have been doing with their Sugarpill eyeshadows, I had no doubt that they were going to be extremely pigmented. In my opinion, the pigmentation is very comparable to Makeup Forever. Makeup Forever is the most pigmented eyeshadow brand I have ever used, and honestly, I haven't bought a MAC eyeshadow in years, because in my opinion, a lot of the pigmentation, I mean, don't get me wrong, some of their eyeshadows are amazing, but a lot of them, their pigmentation is disappointing to me, and it's lacking, especially when you're comparing it to brands like Makeup Forever. It's really hard to compete with that. If you're into Makeup Forever and maybe you can't quite find one of these colors, like you've been looking for a grape purple or lime green or something, and maybe they don't have that, I would definitely check out this palette if you're into Makeup Forever. Also, when you compare Sugarpill to other eyeshadows, especially Makeup Forever, I would say that they're more soft to the touch, and they have more of a buttery feeling, I guess you would say. They're softer than any other eyeshadow that I have ever tried. As you can see, I'm wearing the palette right now. I can't take credit for any of the color placement or anything. I noticed that Beauty by Lee had posted an eyeshadow look on Sugarpill's Facebook page, and I really liked it. It's one of my favorite Sugarpill Heart Breaker Palette looks that I've seen so far. So I looked at her color placement and I tried to sort of copy what she did. And I'll post a link down below the video to her website where she does this look. Her tutorial for it explains how she does it and all that. And on the inner corner, I have the Acid Berry, the lime green. But what I did was first I went in with the Mochi all over the lid, going up slightly into the crease so that when I took the dark blue, there would be something to blend it with. Then I went back in with the Acid Berry on the inner corner. Then what I did was I took the Velocity, the blue, and I went and sort of blended and packed it onto the outer V, then blended it up into the corner, the crease, excuse me. And then what I did was I took the purple, the 2 AM, and blended it up with the Velocity. And when you blend the dark blue and the purple, it makes this really pretty, like, dark purple color. I don't think the camera is going to pick it up, but it makes this really pretty, darkish, kind of royal purple color. And I just have my MAC Matchmaster foundation in 1 on, and on my cheeks, I just got a Sephora just opened near my house, so I just got the NARS blush in Matahari, and it's like cooler tone blush. I normally wear more of a cinnamon, but with this look, I like to balance it out with a more cool tone. And I have a MAC cream sheen on my lips, and I just forgot the shade of it, so sorry about that. And I have rice paper as a highlight also. I forgot to mention that on my lid, my upper, right under my brow. And I have my MAC gel eyeliner on. The color placement in this particular look also reminds me of Misschievous's Arab Peacock eyeshadow tutorial that she did. I've tried to imitate that look, and I just can't get it to look quite like hers does, the way she blends the purple. She does it very, very well, and it really complements the shape of her eye. But this color placement is very similar to hers. She uses similar colors, obviously not the same brand, but I will post a link to that as well under the video. If you like this color combination, definitely check out that tutorial. It's fantastic. And this color combination, color placement in general, has been very popular, I've noticed, with all of the Sugarpill Heart Breaker palette looks that people have been doing. The lime green on the inner corner, the mochi on the lid, the dark blue, and then the purple. I would recommend for these Sugarpill eyeshadows to use a smaller eyeshadow brush instead of one of the bigger, wider ones to pack the color on the lid so the color will be more intense. I use my Bedellium Tools, let's see, what number is this? My 772 brush, which I picked up at IMAX New York this year, which is a whole nother video entirely. I won't get into that right now. The eyeshadows don't come out of the palettes. Like, they're not magnetized like the Makeup Forever. So if you wanted to take these out and put them in like your Z palette, you would have to depot. But I don't think I'm going to do that really, because there's only 4 in here. It's like I have this big palette that I want to break up and put the eyeshadows in my Z palette. And also, I don't know, I just don't want to mess up the packaging. Just doesn't seem worth it to me. But you will have to, you know, deconstruct the packaging and take it apart to depot if you wanted to put these in a Z palette or something like that. To sum up, I am now completely obsessed with Sugarpill eyeshadows. They blend amazingly. I forgot to add that. I was looking and I was like, wow, my blending got so much better. I'm getting so much better. But it wasn't that. It's the product, I promise. They blend, like I said, the texture is like butter and they blend amazingly. They're extremely pigmented, and a lot of times a good lime green, matte blue, grape purple, and mint color. Sometimes those are colors that are really hard to find. So if you have been searching for those, I would definitely check out this Sugarpill Heart Breaker palette. They sell all of the colors individually as well as single eyeshadows, but I would highly recommend just going ahead and getting the entire palette. I don't think there's a color in here that you would not like, and you're going to pay so much more if you buy all 4 eyeshadows individually rather than picking up the palette. The next colors that I really want to try from Sugarpill, now that I know that I will like them, the first one is Dolly Pop. I have been wanting Dolly Pop forever, and they sort of compare and contrast that with the Makeup Forever Hot Pink 75 right here. They describe it as similar to that, but it's not as neon and like hot pink. It's just a really good like flat pink that's closer to purple rather than orange, I guess, on the color spectrum. So I definitely want to try that. And also I want Goldilux, their gold pigment. I'm looking for a really good gold color, so I'm definitely going to check that out next. The Sugarpill Heart Breaker palette sells for $34 on their website plus shipping. Each of their individual eyeshadows are $12, and you can go to sugarpillshop.com or sugarpill.net. Both of those links are going to take you to the same website, and I will post the links for those down below the video as well. I highly recommend checking out this palette, or if you don't want this palette, checking out Sugarpill in general. They have a color for everybody. They blend amazingly. They're highly pigmented, and in general, I would just really recommend checking them out. I'm definitely hooked. I hope this review was helpful, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Hey, I got a mouth full of cavities, sweet tooth full of mama like sugar to me. Someone love with a lip, put a bug in the ear, toe, sure they got